I'm Valerie Van Kooten. I'm the administrator of the State Historical Society of Iowa. I love using the verb to do history instead of studying history or researching history, because what we are attempting when we study history is to do something, to put ourselves in the place of people in the past, to find more about our country or our county or our ancestors. And so it's an active thing, not a passive thing. And I think in the end, we want to get those stories of those people, because history is a series of stories, first and foremost, not just a series of dates. The Iowa Constitution that we now use is from 1857. There were two prior attempts at a constitution. The first one in 1844 was voted down by the people of Iowa. The second one was passed, but it wasn't a very good constitution. It had a lot of issues. And so in 1857, it was redone, and it's still the Constitution that we use today with amendments. There are 51 amendments, which is incredibly low compared to many other states. So 51 times people in Iowa decided, we need to change something. And I think of it as a house that's being built. You build a house that you think you're going to love, and then you live in it a little while and you think, we need to add an addition over here, or we need to redecorate over here. And that's kind of what the Iowa Constitution does. People lived with it, and then they saw that some of the things that they had were not good. Some of the more notable amendments gave Black people the right to vote, the right to be in the military, gave women the right to run for office in Iowa. Those are some of the more substantial ones. And then there were smaller things like changing the date of an election and those kinds of things. But we lived with them for a while, and then we decided to make a few changes. Everybody's pushing west. A lot of Iowa had opened for settlement in the early 1840s with the Red Rock Line being abolished. And so everybody's filling up the state, and everybody's starting to say we can't just live with our own laws and rules, or maybe a group of us get together and set something. We need to have a state constitution, and we need to become a state on our own instead of part of a territory. And that was an important step for the people of Iowa, because it meant that they would then have to start paying taxes to a federal government. But even so, they wanted the rights and the responsibilities. Our last amendment to the Constitution was in 2024, when the people of Iowa voted on giving power from the governor to the lieutenant governor in certain cases. So it is a living document, and it is something that is not frozen in time. It changes as we change, as our needs change, as we evolve into understanding people's rights and responsibilities. So even though it's from 1857, it is still very much a document that should concern us today.